sorry. I didn't know that today was gonna be like this. I feel like everybody was gonna be at home or at somebody's house because they getting ready for this weekend, and all I've been doing is seeing car accidents and nonsense. And in my mind, like I was so prepared.
What?
You see, like I'm prepared. Using I'm prepared. Like I've been prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't even a thing. Like I was ready, and it threw me off because I was just like, damn, and I'm hungry, and I'm like, oh, let's go.
I had some.
And I like them curls, boo. They look so good. You see your curl pattern. You see that? It looks so good.
To the morning when I go to the gym. It's gonna be like, what happened?
No, it's just gonna be like, but then you just gotta just give it some moisturizer, and it's gonna be like, well, that's it. I feel like it's saying it's gonna be like, whoop. I don't know. It's gonna be like whoop. But your curls look beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You see, I still got my coat on. I literally grabbed my laptop and I just said, "Look,
Don't
we
get
not playing."
comfortable. Don't sit through with your.
No, it's okay. It's give me a new outfit. Look, because if I wear black a lot, so I was like, I keep my jacket on. It's okay. I don't care. You have no idea. I got my water of water. I am ready for today, and I'm ready to catch up. It's been so long, girl.
I know.
Oh
It
my god.
only went Monday,
Mm. All right.
but
Are we doing a real quick catch up then?
um, what's the catch up today? I worked. The girls are out of school for the week.
Mm.
Must be nice to be them. Um,
Must be nice.
yeah. I worked
Get it.
and I'm off for the rest of the week.
Oh, good. So I am not off tomorrow or Wednesday, but Tuesday I'm in the office. Wednesday I may not be.
Mm,
Um, just for mental health reasons for sure. But like this past weekend, as you guys know that I bartend and I did a 12-hour shift. Now, I want to say it's more than 12 hours, but that's what they paid me for. But I know that I was there at 3:15 and I left
we're there.
at I got home like at 4 a.m.
Mm,
I had like not even a real break because anytime like if I was around, people wanted to drink. And it was just like I needed to go sit in my car. But
right.
then the next event, I was on two shifts. So I had one event, then the next event, it was like, all right, let me go.
Mm,
And when I say like I when I was working, I was in it. I was locked in. I was like, what you want? What you want? I made my first honey margarita and I was like, who does that? But okay. Uh but then when I got home Sunday, gone,
mm.
gone. I every time I got up, it got so bad that my little sister even like she came by, she was just like, you want me to bring you some food? I said, girl, if you want to.
I
Because
mean,
all I did was go to the bathroom and I went right back to sleep. I was so tired.
mm.
So tired. Friday I had went out, had some drinks with some friends. We supposed to do karaoke. That didn't really work out the way that we supposed to. But we still had I believe that we had still had a great time. But that was my week for sure. And then before that, it's just, work. And nobody care about work for sure. Like,
Well, I told you what happened last Saturday.
yeah. Uh,
So. Phone
new phone. Who this?
number.
New phone. Who this?
Um,
Is December still happening though? Are you allowing that to happen?
I don't think so.
Well, hopefully you don't listen to this episode. 'Cause you don't know yet.
I mean, I don't care. I'm just like, maturity has nothing to do with age. And
Absolutely.
it just goes to show how immature some people are despite where you think they're at. Still, what day is this? We're going into Tuesday. No apology. Well, no, nothing else. But I think it's more of a fight with ego and pride at
I
this.
was gonna say that. I was like, that sounds like ego. That's
Yeah.
what it's giving. It's definitely giving ego. I
Which is
definitely go ahead.
supporting me in not communicating too, because it's like, damn, it's gonna be a pointless conversation.
Right. And now it becomes like this awkward session where we like you guys can talk, but it's just like, so yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying, "Oh, all I need is an apology." So we can go back to Nora. No, you need a apology to start the engine on what my response is, and whatever happens after that response, I'm struggleable at this point because I'm not looking for an overnight change. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not gonna be nothing overnight. It's just like how many times I need to see
So you don't want to see it anymore.
it. It's
And
just
that's where we're at because at this point, I'm going to tell you that you have more control over the situation than that I believe that you think that you have.
oh, I
But
know.
I do believe that there's this like this little soft spot in your heart.
It's always gonna be soft. Okay,
Let them know. Let them know.
I can't be stupid.
No, it's a soft spot, and I respect that.
Yeah, I'm a little congested. Somebody gave me their germ, so
Children. It was the children.
it was Ari because she was sneezing first.
Now what's in the background like
I have
did you call me on the COVID? It wasn't me. Tubby kept me sniffing.
I've
It wasn't me.
Vicks.
And that's it.
I
That is a Caribbean woman for you. Vix will clear it all up.
have that sugar over here is Vicks.
Okay?
It's not.
I cannot.
You are not the third person.
I'm screaming.
No, don't. You come over here, you're going to bed. You come over here, you're going to bed. What's up, everybody? No. Anyway, yeah, that's it.
That's my catch up. Like,
I'm looking forward to Friday.
oh, fun fact. Anybody that has been following me, I don't know if I really be talking about work like that. I don't know if I do because I'm not sure who be listening. But I do want to say that I was in a toxic environment. I'm not saying that the toxicity has been removed, but I do want to say that I did have a supervisor that wasn't really built to lead people.
Ooh.
And God knows my heart.
Mm.
Okay. And now she is no longer a supervisor. Okay.
Sometimes the position is for the wrong one.
Okay. But you know what? I respect that, but it's usually not taken away, it's justified. And it's actually been taken away. So shout out to you. You know what? You did everything that you could do to let people know that you wasn't shit. So I love that for you. I love it so much.
Oop, oop, oop. Well, y'all, we are here. That is our catch up. Welcome to Call Me When You Get Off podcast. My name is Shan.
And my name is Gigi.
It is. I checked.
It depends on where you check at, but yeah, I'm here.
Episode 8, we are talking about loving your delusional friend.
The
Okay.
Lulus of the world, everybody need love too.
Yes, they need love too. So, to start this off, what is a delusional friend to you?
That's okay. So a delusional friend to me is more of somebody that like uh goes out their way to be realistic of the situations that they have. And they go into this space where they have this belief of what is actually happening to them, but everybody around them is just like what you see and what you believe is not what it is.
Hmm. Okay.
What about you?
My idea of a delusional friend is everything that they think is facts in their head, everything that they think is going to work in their head. And
Right.
sometimes, if you don't know them very well, you're just like, you know what? You're a very optimistic person. And
Yes.
before you get to know them, just like, no, you're just fucking crazy.
And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I feel like a lot of my friends or people that meet me feel that way. They're like, "You're so delulu," and I'm like, "No, I'm just very positive in the idea that I don't take bad things and use it as a catalyst to make it who I am. Like I take bad things and I'm like, well, then that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have the people that are just like, this is bad for you. Like this is not good for you. But you find reasonings within yourself to do it. So I can agree with both. I might have been the person that people believe that are delusional because I think that everybody can be great in their own right. But at the same time, I do see people who put themselves in situations or have this purview of themselves where just like, I see how strongly you believe in yourself, but what you're doing and what has manifested and what you're doing is not very complimenting
Right.
to who you are and what people see.
It requires balance, just like being a nice person,
Right.
or being a given person. If you don't have a boundary for it, you're going to run into more people that use you than appreciate you.
Mm,
And I think there's a fine line between being positive, being optimistic, being open minded, and being delusional. You just
I
gotta
agree.
know what access you're on.
Yes. And so I don't believe, I just want to say that to to y'all and Shannon. I don't think I'm the delusional friend. I just think that I believe in people in ways where people are not able to see it. But at the same time, I do have like I'm grounded in the idea of what realism is. Like I know when it's not right, it's not right. And I'm just making it right for me so I can do it.
I,
Not because I believe that it's right.
I've been delusional about people that I really like.
I can see that.
Um,
And I'm not saying I can see that in you
no,
because
no,
you're usually like a, oh, I don't like that, it's over type of thing. But
I
I can see this in
know,
general.
but history has shown they find a way to circumvent.
Yeah, to be able to like keep their presence around. I get that. But I still wouldn't call you a delusional friend. If I'm being honest, and this sounds so crazy because this is recorded and it's gonna be here forever. If we had to compare each other, I would probably be seeing more of the delusional friend than you are. You seem more grounded than me.
I feel like you're delusional. I feel like, are you without hope? Call Gigi. A motivated call 1-800 Gigi. You're a reminder that you're loved today. Call.
Yes, I can do that. Yes,
Have
absolutely.
all that
Yes.
you've given me. And it's rare to find people like that where you could feel like shit and you just call them just like, it ain't that bad. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So don't change that. But I think to a pessimistic person, you'll be delusional. To a person who's just like bad things always happen to me, and you walk in and you're in a good mood, they might not like you.
Yeah, absolutely. Why you smiling so much? Why
Right.
you happy?
The opposite of who you are. An
Right.
old Jamaican lady in New York might hate your guts. Um, it's just some people just don't like people who have a light in every situation or most situations. But I feel like if you do have a delusional friend, there's a certain way you have to love them. And if you can't love them, you have to be honest with yourself.
Yes, I
Um,
agree. Because they can drain you.
yes, yes. It's like a toddler that wakes up on 10 all the time, and you're just like, watch out for the edge of the couch, watch out for the table, watch out for the vase.
Don't jump. Why are you jumping? Don't.
It's like, sometimes it's like your delusional friend calls and you know what kind of day you're having. You're just like, I can't answer that.
Right.
Not because I don't want to, but because I know you come with stuff. You know what I'm saying? This call is gonna come with a weight. This call is gonna come with a energy I cannot match at the moment.
Right.
And I think that's where people have to be real with themselves is the fact that to have a delusional friend, you have to have a certain level of patience. To have a delusional friend, you have to be ready and willing to listen. Because sometimes people could have so much joy that if your energy is not matching where they're at, automatically they'll feel like, oh, I'm bothering you.
Mm.
Or you must be in a bad mood.
Yes, I feel like that sometimes. Or if I'm in opposite space,
Somebody's telling me
yeah.
what type of mood I'm in.
Right.
If I'm in a bad mood, I'm gonna tell you, hey, good morning. Just to let you know, you didn't do anything to me today, but I just feel like a bitch today.
Yes, not today.
Self-awareness, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just not gonna answer the phone and know what type of friend I'm talking to, and I can't match their energy. Sometimes I'm
Right.
gonna ring. Sometimes I'm gonna answer. I've realized that I'm the type of person also where I cannot have a conversation with certain people while I'm doing stuff or in places because I'm gonna be in the store, I'm gonna walk all around that hole, and I'm not gonna get what I came for. I can't because you put me in another place and
Or
I
it's distracting me. I'm looking for the hot sauce and I'm looking at ketchup and now I'm in the aisle with the basils and I'm like, I'm supposed to get hot sauce. I
I
understand.
have friends that I talk to and I go through red lights.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I cannot answer while I'm driving. Um, Sometimes my mom might call. My mom's not delusional, but she has intricate needs sometimes.
I
And
respect that.
her questions are sometimes involved in a way where I have to visually put myself there to help her. Girl, I can't do that. I'm grocery shopping. Girl, I can't do that. I'm trying to reverse this truck into this parking spot with.
Yes, I'm trying to do a parallel park. Like, don't have me messed up.
Let me call you back. Girl, I'm picking up pizza for the girls.
Yeah, I gotta pay. They trying to tell me the tax. I gotta make sure it's right.
I have no time for you to tell me about the rose colored thread you need. Let me call you back. Or the fact that she called me the other day and she was like, I got this email saying that my cloud is full and that I need to download. I said, don't download nothing. Don't click on that link. Don't touch it. She was like, you think it's spam? I said, yes. She said, okay. I just wanted to call you before I was going to do it. Thank you.
Amen, sissy. Yes,
I was like,
yes, yes. See, that's not delusional. That's just having certain perceptions in life and just checking in with the strong people that you know to make sure you're not making any mistakes. Shout outs to the mom.
but you do have to be able to catch your delusional friends before they go in too deep sometimes in the choices that they make. Uh, they might get up one day and be like, I'm about to quit my job. Reel them in if you're a friend. Okay. Talk to them about their pros and their cons. Um, they've been bouncing from family to family couch and they talking about moving in with this man that they went on 2 dates with last week.
Homosexuals.
Reel them in, check them, please. And I feel like more women can have a delusional friend that's a woman and reel her in about
Yeah,
versus a man. Because a man is really not what to tell his boys, oh, I've been sleeping on this girl couch that I went out on a couple of days on. I think I'm gonna
I
move.
agree.
They're not gonna say it. They're just gonna do shit.
They gonna listen to it and they might talk about you behind your back.
Okay, they like, man, this girl tripping. Who? This my girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend. Y'all went
Yeah,
on 2 days and you moved into her house because you had nowhere to stay.
yeah, no.
Call it what it is. And a lot of times males are not honest with their friends because a lot of males, and I kind of talked about this early, a lot of males have this thing in their mindset where they're just like, I don't like people in my business. People meaning your friends, your boys that knew you since third grade. Oh, okay. Um, I don't like when you talk about our relationships to other people. Oh, okay. When you fuck up in that relationship and the so-called friends that you have who have more experience than you, and you so secretive about your dealings with women that you don't even ask their opinion to see if they can help you kind of stifle yourself. You stifle your opportunities, you stifle your resources, whereas women are be like, all right, which one of my friends I could call on tips on me quitting this job that's realistic, that's doing well in life, that I admire. Let me call da 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 da, get an opinion.
Right.
You know, use collab. Which one of my friends can I call to be honest about the fact that I just cheated on this man and I got caught? What should I do? More males are not going to do that. So I feel like a lot of times they have relationships and bonds that they can save, even work wise. You know what friend you have as a man that does not like constructive criticism. But you also know that that friend is delusional sometimes where they feel like they bigger than the program. So
Yeah,
when
like I know what I'm doing. Like
they call you and they just like, man, my boss tripping, da 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 da. Okay, tell me what happened. Man, he talking about call me in the office about I've been late for the seventh time in the past month. And
Have you been late for the seventh time in the past month?
Okay, and
Yeah, and then they go, yeah, but
that's you gotta reel that friend in and be like,
right.
oh, you can't. If they talk to you the third time, you can't add on more times of you being late. You know what I'm saying? How many
Right.
chances have they given you? Be realistic. If you were a boss, would you want to be hiring somebody that's constantly coming late, even after you give them chances?
And like you've already acknowledged that. But when you also say that, I wanted to say before we had moved on is that like I do feel that not all women, because I'm not always that vulnerable, like unless I feel like I'm in a safe space. But I feel like women are more vulnerable and being honest about where they're at and talking to their, they space than men do. I think men have this and not all of them,
Yeah,
but they just have this complex of like this manly thing where what they doing is right. You won't agree with it. And if you don't, nigga, I'm still rocking here. So support me.
yeah. One thing I haven't come into counter with is a friend that has a child and is going through baby daddy drama, and she's on some. I don't want him to come pick up the baby, but I want him to give me X amount of money, and I want this and this and this. And if he's not gonna do the thing how I want him to do it, he can fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I don't have women friends who have kids that are like that. Thank God. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like they don't exist. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like to a group of women who have that friend, y'all are not being a good friend by allowing her to be this delusional to think that that's okay.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, if it was flipped and the father of your child had your daughter or your son, it was like you can't see them, you can't come to the birthday, you can't pick them up whenever, but I need you to give me $350 per month on this date, or I'm gonna get you locked up. You will feel away.
I agree.
And I think it takes a mature group of friends to be able to talk to your delusional friend who has a child who wants help from the other parent but is being a bitch. You got to be able to tell your friends when you be the bitch,
Yeah.
or there's a better way to go about this.
Right. Or
Or
even like what they got on. I know we're talking about like depths, but sometimes you realize that there's some people that don't have no friends. You're
yes,
like, why you do that?
yes,
Why you do that? Like so I know you if you don't have no friends, I wish you had a friend to tell you, don't do that.
and that's a part of loving a delusional friend, is being able to catch them when they can't catch themselves.
But I am like maybe, and that's why I said you might sprinkle a little Delulu on me. Sometimes I let people be great in their own right because just
Yes,
because I don't like it doesn't mean that you don't love it. And if that's the space that you feel like you're thriving in, that's great. However, if it is harming you, I
yes,
will cause attention to it.
yes.
I would have to let you know, like, this is not healthy. But if this is what you believe, just know that this is what's actually happening.
Like if this is the fifth time this month that you went out by yourself late night and you had to get an Uber and you were drunk in the Uber and you just so happened to have a nice Uber for the fifth time that took you to your door. Let's have a conversation about why you feel like it's okay for you to get blacked out drunk and have
Right.
a stranger drop you off at your house.
Yeah. Now, shout outs to you to be able to book the Uber and
Okay,
be able to find the right car.
okay,
But life circumstances could definitely show you that that could absolutely be something
yes.
different.
So it's really about, hopefully you have a group of friends who don't throw gasoline on your problems.
Mm,
Because sometimes men and women have friends that'll throw gasoline on their problems.
right. They just make it like, and by all means, I, I think in those situations, outside of them not truly being your friend, is that they don't understand. They haven't taken the perspective not just how they feel, but how you feel about it. And sometimes, like everybody is not going to do things the same way. Everybody's not going to handle things the same way.
Right.
And so, when you talk to somebody and you're telling them they're doing wrong, you have to really pay attention of not what you say, but how you say it. Because it can backfire. Because you could just be like, you're hating. I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. But you're homeless. You don't have no man. You got 3 kids. And it's just like, friend, I just want you to be great. But sometimes the message is not received properly.
Yeah. A lot of people are not ready to receive that. Um, what was I gonna say? Also, like, if you're mad at a person that you're working for in a relationship with, you have to know, are you the delusional friend, or are you about to call the delusional friend? Because if you're the delusional friend and you're not ready to hear from the person that's going to tell you what it is about the person you having a problem with, let's not call them. But if they're the delusional friend that's about to throw gasoline on your relationship that you want to save deep down, don't call them either. So it's self awareness
Discernment.
on both sides. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Discernment. Yes.
You have to know, like, it's kind of like my brothers. If I need them to come for a situation, they're gonna be like, "Are you sure you want me to come?" I know what that means.
Yeah. We're about to take it to a point where there's no return.
I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna call them. I could do with X, Y, and Z. And so you have to like know what you're about to do, and are you about to put your people that you say you care about in a position that you're unsure about too?
I agree. I
Because
do. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that takes a level of care too. Did you cause um a long list of issues to pop up to get to this point, and now you're calling in people that care about you to come help you when they told you don't do X, Y, and Z,
Right.
don't even go over there, and you did X, Y, and Z, you went over there, and now you like, can you come get me? Sometimes the answer got to be no, out of love.
I get that. And I think I want to say that I will show up, but I just need you to take accountability. And that's where the delusional friend situation happens because they won't. They'll pass the blame on to a circumstance, a person, how they grew up,
Yeah,
something. They won't take accountability for what they decided to do and now we're here.
yeah, yeah,
And I think that's one of the harshest things about being delusional is like you can believe whatever you want to believe. I think that in order for you to get to certain places, you have to have a mindset that you're the best or you want to be the best and things like that. But
mhm,
when you're taking realism out of what's actually happening in your life and you're creating this fantasy that no one else can see but you because that's how you're able to navigate, but you're still asking people for assistance or help or advice, it takes a slow turn, and that's where we were just like, you know what, friend, I want you to be whatever you want to be, but I'm
right,
just gonna take 2 steps back and allow you to see that where you're at and what you're doing is not very beneficial to where you need to be.
right. What's worse than a delusional friend? Is a delusional friend that has a delusional parent that loves you.
I'm screaming the parent to be like, she's great or he's great, even though they know that they haven't been doing shit since '98.
Or the delusional friend who has a delusional parent that helped create the delusional friend, and when they can't get them under control, hey, such and such, can you come over here and help? Da, 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 it's doing this again. Or, you're so good to such and such, you're the only
Mm.
person that I trust. No, I'm the only person y'all got left to lean on. And that's not fair that y'all take advantage of the fact that I care about
Mm.
you, and I care about the fact that you're always showing up for this person, and I want to be there for them, but I can't always be it, or they can't keep doing this. And now I'm sort of regretting giving your mom my number.
Or your girlfriend my number or boyfriend. Okay.
Somebody said on this week, and they said a lot of times when you meet people and you're in relationships with people and their family is so happy that they found you, or so happy that y'all together, it's not because they're happy for them that y'all are together. They're relieved that somebody else can do it. They're
Mm,
relieved that somebody else can take the problem. They're
mm.
relieved that finally you can move out my house and go stay with this person that thinks the sun shines out your ass because we've seen enough.
Yeah, it became dusk a long time ago.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that your parents think the world of this person, but they're sometimes people parents is tired. Sometimes people are the parents of a 35-year-old that won't move out the house. Sometimes the parents of a 40-year-old where they gotta still pay their insurance, they gotta make sure they can get to work, they gotta
Mm.
call them to wake them up to make sure they get to work.
Well,
Sometimes it's just like, damn, what did I do?
raise a grown ass child.
Okay. And sometimes they're waiting on somebody to be stupid enough to think they can fix you, stupid enough to think it can get better because they know deep down we gave up, but we just don't have nobody to pass them to.
I totally agree. I absolutely agree.
So when you see people in relationships where you're just like, damn, where they family at? Who let them get together? Is usually that.
Maybe I want to say like yes. I feel like that's something that's given because if you have like a family or even a support system and they understand where you're at and they allowed you to just kind of walk through the fire without even giving you any type of safety net or anything like that just to let you, or remind you that like this is not it. But I feel like there are some delusional people who tend to have this. I don't want to say like they're like the only child syndrome because I've seen delusional people that have family members either.
Yeah.
It's also the idea how they try to navigate through life to kind of dissipate what reality is in order for them to navigate. Like they will build up a whole idealism of where they're at so they can like just make it through the day. And my follow-up question is because I feel like we kind of touched it, but when do you feel like obviously we understand delusional is not really that great, but when do you think that it is to be a concern when you have a delusional friend?
Um, when they've passed 3 days of not getting out of bed, not changing their clothes, not showering, not going to work.
Mm, that's depression. That's not delusion.
But some people think, oh, you're just having a bad day. Oh, this is just your personality. A lot of men more so than women. Women will get to a point where I'm like, girl, let's open these blinds, the shower.
See, but you like one friend that will come over to do that.
I done
I
seen
see.
things before. Whereas a man is not gonna be like, all right, click, drive over there, beat down his door, possibly have a key, go in his house, open his blinds. Did you eat today, dog? They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna
A little bit, just a little sprinkle.
do it.
See,
Get
okay,
up and get in the shower. They might shame them in a joking way, but they're not going to more times than not push for that. Maybe a brother will. Maybe like for me as a sister, if I had just seen a pattern in one of my brothers and I had a key, no, I'm not asking you, can I come up? I'm pulling up, I'm doing that. But it's rare that a friend will do it unless they're self-aware, unless they're wise enough to know like this is depression or your drinking is not just social. You drink a lot privately too. Let me walk around the house and see how many empty bottles I find.
well, that's a little nerve wracking, but I feel like that's yeah, that's a really good friend. My concerns would be um if you're in a relationship and you started getting like Stockholm syndrome, where you know that there's domestic and verbal abuse happening, and you're trying to find logic or reasoning in it, or fun fact that you were provided with a promotion and you realize that you weren't a leader. So you put this mindset that you're a leader, but in reality, you're a follower and you don't know what to do.
Mm.
Or the idea that you think that manifesting and not doing the work is what's going to get you where you at. But if you're not doing anything to help you get better and you're just saying that I'm going to be a great person and you haven't changed anything about you, it's not going to be where you're at. Like,
You know what I realized?
the, go ahead.
I can't be the friend to the woman who's bailing her boyfriend out that's been pouring gasoline on, and with matches on her life for the sixth time.
Mm.
After the third time, you become an associate because I cannot.
Yes, you have become a partner in the situation and you have now invested in the fact that this is something that you want to go through. But
Or
those are the moments where I'm more concerned about delusional because I feel like being a delusional friend is not always the worst thing because you do need somebody that's seeing past just what's happening and want to see the betterment. But
yeah,
when you start realizing that you're trying to fantasize things that are toxic for you or things that don't benefit you or things that become something that would backfire on you,
right.
that's what happens. Like there's even a phrase called the denier. Like someone is denying the fact that you telling me that you want $1 million, but you don't even know how to pay rent, get a mortgage, you never had a car, and it's just like, mm, I want that for you too, but if you haven't even grasped the idea of what responsibility is, and once you have this business or venture or anything that you feel like that's gonna get you there, even being a sugar mom or a sugar baby, sugar daddy, that there's things that needs to be in place to do that, but you just have this idea that it's just gonna happen for you. And you know what? Like I said, delusion is not always bad because sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. But if you don't realize the space that you're in and how to either change that,
Mhm.
you're gonna be in the same situation. It's just gonna be painted in a different color. You might call it blue, you might call it red, you might call it yellow, but you still in the same shit.
Yeah. When you were saying that, I was thinking about knowing when the delusion is helpful versus when knowing when the delusion is avoiding, procrastinating.
Mm.
Um, your friend is on their fourth kid and they're just
How
out.
many baby daddy? If you say one, I'm with you. I just want to hear the answer. Just so we all could be in the same space that you're in your mindset.
Let's say three.
Okay. Okay, three baby daddies, four baby. Okay, so one nutty twice. Shout out to them.
They're at their sister's house with the kids and they're actively dating and not protecting themselves and just like, yeah, I think I'm pregnant.
Well,
So I
see,
want
this
to be a good friend and I don't have this conversation with you right now.
yes. Okay. So I'm gonna respect that. And this is why sometimes I can understand how I may have been viewed as a delusional friend because
Yeah.
I always try to see. Let's not say I always see because I don't always see it. But I
No.
always try to see like the goodness in the darkness if I had to. Because some people are professional baby makers. Like some people want to be professional mothers. Like they love being pregnant and they want to have their kids.
10 out of 10 do not recommend.
No, hey, I don't got no kids, so I don't have no. I have no dog in this race. But I do understand that there are some women that you like. I love being pregnant. It don't matter who's nutting in me. I just want to have this baby. I love the baby smell.
That was the one thing this year that I made sure I bought with the rest of my HSA.
I'm screaming.
Is a plan B.
Okay, so I have a follow up question for you. Have you ever been the delusional friend? I already know my answer. I've been honest this whole conversation, so I know.
Yes, I used to think that oh, it's not that bad. He does this and this and this for me, but he doesn't do this. He doesn't show up for this. It's convenient. And the way that you're making the convenience okay is by you keeping busy.
Yes, or justifying or finding other things to do. So it's just like, well, we didn't chill today, not because we didn't want to. It's because like
Yeah,
obviously, like I have things to do.
and
No, girl, you couldn't find him.
it's
You
like
didn't know where he was at,
my friends are just like, all right, Shan.
girl.
And this is the other thing that I wanted to say. When you were talking about a friend being with someone that's maybe doesn't treat them the best or is abusive, or you left, you asked me for help and you're going back a fourth time, I realized that unfortunately that's one of the hardest things people who care about that delusional person have to deal with, is caring for somebody who's not ready.
Mm.
Caring for somebody
Um,
who's not ready to care for themselves is hard as shit.
right,
When it comes to family, you know your mom, you know her sicknesses, you know her illnesses. She talks to you about her meds, she talks to you about her appointments, she talks to her doctor. She won't change her diet. You won't stop doing this. You won't stop doing that. You empty the house, you take time out, you go grocery shopping, you teach them what they, you come back 2 weeks later, they got the same stupid shit in the house. It is hard to try to love somebody more than they love themselves,
mm.
somebody more than they care for themselves, and watch them just fight it. And a lot of people think addictions is alcohol, drugs, gambling. Addiction is anything harmful to you that you cannot realize you need to stop in order for you to be better.
Right. Like, and those things consist of outside of like substances is like self validation, people pleasing, and wanting. Well, no, I said all the things. Self validation and people pleasing is definitely one of those things that could put you in positions where it becomes so unhealthy that you forget who you are and what your value is because you're so honed in on how people view you and how you want them to view you and if they like you or not. Like that could be very detrimental to you, who you are.
And sometimes having a delusional friend makes you realize that at no time in their life did they have someone that properly cared for them, that wasn't trying to see what I could get out of them. At a certain point in y'all relationship, friendship, or workship, you realize you're struggling with seeing your value because no one taught you that you had it.
Mm.
You're struggling to see that you could do better than this because you've never thought that about yourself. Um, I'm watching you put in work in this job and you deserve so much more. And you won't ask for what you deserve because you'll rather be here and be under than ask for what you deserve and then have to make a decision about what you're going to do with that response.
I have a whole loaded answer for that, but we're not talking about me because I feel like I've been named. But
People,
sometimes like people try to uh undervalue your value. And if
yeah.
you are in a space of self-validation or even in a space where you believe that in the spaces that you're in, you feel validated and you're not, it could definitely be a thing. Not saying that's all me, but I can see how that could be a thing.
Yeah.
But also that what you're also telling me is that what I'm hearing is either laziness or the idea that you don't believe in yourself enough to know that you deserve great things.
It is the reason why a lot of men and women stay with a cheater.
Mm.
I could be
Tell them why. Tell them why, Chan. Tell them why.
at the fact that I'm with this man and he cheated with this woman, right? And I could call her up and I could cuss her out, da 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 da. But you're not in a relationship with her. You're in a relationship with him. And there's something that he did that disrespected your relationship, and you don't
Mm.
want him because that means you would have to do something different.
Right. Ooh, that's delusional in itself.
Okay.
'Cause yes.
There are a lot of men who are smart on paper, smart in real life,
Mm,
have opportunity, have resources
well,
in place, have options, could date anybody else. But because you're struggling with something money can't buy, which is ego, self-awareness, self-value,
mm,
and feeling like this person is good enough. This person makes me look like this to the rest of the world. This person um, strokes my ego when I walk into rooms of people my age because they look a certain way or they have a certain attraction or being around them says something about me. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with the fact that they disrespect me when I'm not around. I'll deal with the fact that they don't really care about me. As long as we can take these pictures, go on these trips, go to these dinners, and take these photos, it looks like I have it all together. There's a lot of men that do that every day. There's a lot of men that know, like, if my wallet wasn't my wallet, if my cards didn't swipe and were unlimited, she would not be here. She would not want me. There's a lot of men that want to have a baby with a woman because they want to be tied to that woman.
yeah, that was when I wrote that down.
That is not only a woman's thing.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Yes, I wrote that for men and women.
I've had
Yes, that's
tell me
delusional in itself.
I should have got you pregnant. That's a real thing.
Or that's why I got you pregnant.
Well, I know why.
Yeah, you was there. You was there. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I've seen it. I've seen that. I've absolutely seen it.
And I'm just like, there's so much mentally wrong with that that you got to know what side of the delusion that you're on. Are you on the delusion of you're very creative, you're witty, you have problems, but you also have the same measurement of solutions? You come up with a way, you just need to refocus, you're very organized. That works for your personality. That works for you. That does not work for me because my personality is different. Like sometimes you cannot tell your delusional friend your problems because they're going to see your problems a different way. And sometimes that might annoy you because
Yeah.
your lifestyle is not set up for you to have the
Right.
elasticity.
Right. They don't they tend not to give you resolutions or advice or even alternatives. They tend to like uh uh I had a whole word. They tend to validate where you are and make it seem like it's okay.
Yeah. Like if I if we're out eating and you want me to support you for throwing that drink in that person's face and I don't support.
Yeah. Any type of violence or any type of like
I'm not gonna back you up on that. I don't care if we were friends for 15 years. You did not have to throw that drink on that person.
yeah, and you still got to pay for it. Who won? Who won? And who lost? Who lost?
Okay. And now every time if I go back in there, they gonna think I'm on
Yeah,
some stupid shit.
she's about to throw some drinks on somebody. You know, the last person she was with, she probably told her to do it.
Listen, that's another thing. You gotta know when you're at an age where you can't be out with that. I'm down for whatever friend.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta set the boundaries. I wrote that down too. I swear, when we're here, we're here.
Okay.
Is that sometimes it's just best to love them from afar
Yes.
because people, believe it or not, and I hope anybody that's listening to us already has a space, is that the people that you surround yourself around, even if you don't believe that you're exactly like them, you will be viewed and perceived as your friend next to you.
Yes.
They will say that she may not have act out now, but she messed with her so much that she got a little bit in her, and if you get her on the right time, she out here throwing drinks and acting up too. And that might not even be your persona,
Right.
but you are the five people that you are around, so you count them. Pay attention to them because they will tell you more about yourself than you may even realize.
Mm. I'm trying to think like, yeah, I'm not the 5 second rule. Drop something on the floor, pick it up, you can still use it, person.
Okay,
But
so one of my
I know which child I have that is.
you know what? I think I know which one it is. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. One of my last questions, I have like notes, but one of my last questions, 'cause I had a few questions, was how do you believe? And I feel like we even touched on it, but if we can just give like a segment on how do you help your delusional friend? What tools or things you have done to still be able to be prevalent in their lives, but still being able to hold them accountable or just be able to help you help them help the situation be a better
That was
version
my
of what
next
they see.
section. What supportive actions do you need
Wow, I told you we here.
when you have a
We are.
delusional friend? You need to be able to help them with their work and help them keep their job.
That's too much work,
It,
girl.
it can be, but I, okay, use me for example. I haven't liked or enjoyed a job since 2012. That doesn't mean I get to stay unemployed since
Right,
2012. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Um, I've worked jobs. I know that, yeah, I'm probably going to quit by the end of the day, but let me collect this check. I've been in interviews where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not coming back. Um, I've walked out of interviews. I've walked out of jobs. Um, and not because somebody physically did something to me, but you're just not gonna talk to me any type of way for any type of green. Um, you're not going to listen to what I told you I can do with my schedule and then put me wherever the hell you want to put me in the job either. I've purposely always worked jobs where I can wear what I want and still do this job. And you don't get to micromanage me.
understood.
You either trust me that I can do this job and you leave me alone, or you micromanage me and I leave. What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Um, and I've made it to 38 being able to work jobs where that's not dictated for me because I know my personality. I can get very defiant when I'm uncomfortable. I can get very defiant
Mhm.
when um
Believe it or not,
I feel disrespected. I can get very defiant when I feel like I'm giving you more of my time that I'm giving myself.
right.
And so for me, it's very important that I have balance. And it's very important that the people around me know I need balance. Right. So I don't have friends who are just like, all of us is going to this restaurant on Friday. Da, 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 da. You need to come. And if I don't come, they hate me for it. I don't have friends like that. I have
Not
friends that
you.
understand you're going to tell me about the event. You're going to tell me what time it is. I may or may not move my schedule around, put my kids somewhere in order to come. But if I don't come, I still love you. You still love me. We Gucci.
Right. And if you died, I still show up. Yes.
Okay. And that's why I will never understand friends who go out with each other, um, travel with each other, and bicker and cuss each other out or hate each other every other week. I don't have friends like that.
I don't. I can't have friends like that. Like my life is not built on somebody that gives me negative energy. Because then I question if you even like me as a person at this point. Are we friends, or you just either like the environment that I allow you to be in with me, or whatever I make you feel like it becomes one sided, and I just would rather remove myself.
And then I begin to question what's wrong with me.
And yeah, knowing that I got a friend like you.
How did we get here? Like even in relationships, I'm just like, how did I not see that? You know? But life.
Look, you saw
life.
me smile.
Life. I a lot of times the way I like to support my delusional friends is helping them with home shit.
Mm,
I can know what type of friend I'm dealing with knowing if they ask me to come over here to help them to do X, Y, and Z, I'm about to walk into a space where that's not the only thing they need help with. And without them having to ask me to do that other thing, it's done. I'm doing that too.
You're the best.
You know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah,
to know who you're dealing with, and you got to know what level of help your friend is going to ask for.
I respect that.
Some friends don't know how to ask for help. They just want
Someone to be there. Yeah.
someone that understands them, won't judge them, will give them the feel and the companionship of having someone over and them not feeling like, oh, I can't let you in because my place doesn't look good, or I
Right.
can't let you in because my hair is not done, or I done seen titties of friends, ass of friends, friends on the floor, friends throwing up, friends drunk.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. What can I do? You call me over here for something, right? And that's sometimes how you have to support them. Help them with events. They want to give away backpacks this year. You know they don't have the right people that's going to show up on the day of the event. You quietly clear your schedule and you just pop up like, I'm just coming through. Do you need help? Okay, I'll just help.
Oh, I can see me doing that. But no, I definitely need to know if what time it's really gonna be there. But
Yeah, but it's
but
just,
you it's actually knowing who your friends are to be able to know how you could play a part in their lives.
yeah. And what you know what's so crazy? Sometimes the friends that's always willing to help somebody else need the help too.
That's why you gotta always check in on your strong friends.
You was like, dog. Yeah, I told my grandma I was gonna come over here and help her clean the garage. After the week you just had, I'm gonna be over there in like 15 minutes.
You're
Like you gotta
amazing.
know, like, yeah, I'm not about to let you do that by yourself. Um, or you can just like call your friend and hear it in their voice, like, yeah, you need me to pull up with snacks and not do shit with you.
Right. Right. 'Cause I'll be the person who be like, hello, hey girl. And then I'd be like, yo, like you good? Yeah, I'm fine. What's up? What do you need
Yeah,
something? I don't know what you want. Yeah. Yeah, my voice definitely like drops a tone. I have this one cousin. She'd be like, when I call and I hear your voice, I know what type of time you on. But sometimes she just gotta warm up to me because I'd be like, I did not want to talk to nobody. But after like about 5 minutes,
yeah,
I'm in it now. But initially, I'm like, oh, girl, I didn't want to talk to you.
yeah,
And not saying that she did anything wrong. I just didn't want to talk to anybody at that time. But you could hear it in my voice, like if I'm here, if I'm engaged, or if I'm what type of energy you might get.
yeah. I know when I'm getting my cousin where she's just like, girl, I just worked a 10-hour shift. I am not listening to this conversation.
I'm screaming.
Like, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
You
Yeah.
covered a lot of things that I would have touched on, but one of mine was just like being honest. And the thing about being honest isn't about like talking down to your delusional friend or just saying like they're telling them they're delusional. Sometimes it's just how you say it. Because sometimes for me, when I am dealing with someone who I may not have the same views with, I like to ask questions. I don't give you this is what you need to do or this is what you're supposed to do because at the end of the day, everybody grown now. We're
Yeah.
not children.
Yeah.
But if I ask you questions and your questions are leading you to maybe what you thinking right now in your headspace is not really where you want to be,
Right.
is how I help my friends really kind of navigate between what they believe and what's actually happening.
Mm.
Oh,
That's a good
yeah.
yeah.
Also, like you, I want everybody to be great. So sometimes I do feed in a little bit to my delusional friends because sometimes you do, if you believe it hard enough and you're putting in the work. 'Cause there's some delusional people that are putting in the work. But I do believe that when it's delusional, it's just like you're just sitting here just waiting for $1 million to come and you've been sitting in the same spot since 98.
Mm.
No. But if I see you doing things and you still have this manifestation of goals that may not be 100% realistic, I'm gonna push you to it because the closer you get to it, is the closer to you knowing that you can get to where you want to get to. a famous quote. I don't know where I got it from, but if you shoot for the moon and you still land amongst the stars, you still up there.
Mm.
And it'll just bring you closer to the moon when you want to get there. So sometimes like things may not seem feasible, but if you shoot for it and you work towards it, you'll realize that you may not have hit your goal initially, but you've done enough work that the next time around or the third time around, you may get to where you want to get to. So I will support them. But honesty, that was one of my goals. It's like you don't gotta lie to your delusional friends. Don't lie to them. If they believe that you're a safe space, be honest. But it's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Mm.
But sometimes people will get you to a place where you tired of putting a little bow on it. You just like nigga, you're dumb. You're doing stupid shit. I don't know what you think that you're doing, but this is not who you are, and you're allowing
Somebody
whatever.
tonight that could not read the context of what we were talking about.
Mm,
And instead of me explain what I meant by what I text, I said, do me a favor. Let's act like you never just texted me 10 minutes ago. And it was like, okay, LOL. And I say, great. That's it. I don't have the tolerance to help me get the joke
right.
or how does 1 + 1 = 2? I don't have it in me. I don't have it. I worked an 8-hour shift. Don't have it in me. If you missed it, let it fly.
Yeah,
Let it fly. Um, I think it's very important to talk um about your delusional friends' goals. That's gonna help you keep them on track when they slipping.
I agree.
Um, spend time with them in their spaces, whether it's like their apartment. Sometimes, let's take your car, and you look around the car and be like, "Damn, I remember when we went out to eat and we had that bag. You're not gonna clean it out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep where your people is at, okay?
Now, delusional friend response. That's just a bag. Like the food not in there no more. I use it for other things. Like, hey.
Let's stop at the car wash. You know,
Ah.
um, I think when it comes to delusional friends, you should only validate their feelings if it's for the betterment of them in an honest way.
Okay,
I'm
I agree in an honest way. In an honest way,
yeah,
because I was just
not
like,
gonna I'm not gonna make you sit here and complain and be angry about your mom being the problem when your mom got a valid point about the dumb shit you just did.
understood.
I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked you got fired.
Like you've been late 7 times.
I live 5 minutes from your job, and every time it's your lunch, you come over here and you're here for 2 hours. I know your lunch break is 30 minutes.
I'm screaming. Shout out to them for taking
I'm
it so
not
long.
surprised that you're fired. Okay.
Dang.
Um, I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to be pissed off at your dad because he won't pay for your vehicle to get out of impoundment that you wasn't supposed to be driving because you had a DUI and a suspended license, and now you going back and forth. Man, he need to be doing this for me because he want me to work.
Yeah, you put yourself in that position, friend.
I have to be able to be honest with you, and if you're gonna hate me because I'm honest with you, then this friendship has reached its limit. I love people that I will never talk to for the rest of my life. I probably won't see them for the rest of my life. But I also have to understand how much do I love myself? And is me loving them and keeping this relationship going to require me to lie to myself about holding back things they need to hear from me? If me being in this relationship with you, whether it's a friendship, romantic ship, or whatever, I'm going to have to change myself in a negative way in order to keep what we got going on.
But believe it or not, even like when you said it, that's someone that has like discernment and like does the work. Like it's times where you need your friends to be able to see the things that you don't see. Because when you get loss in someone, love and deep likeness becomes illogical where you start missing the red flags. Like things you have justifications or reasonings of things like that.
That's
And
why
so on
I've always hated exactly what you're saying right now. People who are in some shit and then they hit you with the after all of the shit we've been through.
That's a good
Who
line.
told you you can use my grace as a crutch?
That's look, that's a line. Look, it because it works.
It works on a fool.
That's been done wrong twice. It may not have it might have worked the first time.
Sometimes you gotta be dragged through some shit a couple of times before you just like, you know what? I'm tired of getting dirty.
Some people live in the dirt and they don't know how to get out. So when they are or have the opportunity to, they don't know how to. Like some people live in the mud. Matter of fact, their after smell is giving dirt, and they no longer know what is healthy anymore. And sometimes they are encountered with healthy things, and they think like, "What is this? And how does this
I
happen?"
have the worst visual in my mind, and I am so lucky she's out here, so I can't tell you.
I'm screaming. You know what? Shout out to that.
Probably saw the video, but I can't describe it.
I want to tell you that when we do get a Patreon, she will definitely divulge those informations and clips so you guys can share in her thought process because she's
It's
a very interesting woman to see.
it's a couple working out, and he's just like hit me with that salt. I'm just like, I don't ever want to love that crazy.
Mm.
That was crazy. Um, Drake know what I'm talking about.
Shout out to you, Drake, because now I'm about to go back in the group chat to see
I have to
what.
find it and send it to you. He was out of pocket. Don't argue with a delusional friend.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. That's
Just
why I ask questions and I don't argue.
just say I love you. I care about you. Are you okay? Good. Good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
That's one of the things on my list. Yes, don't argue because at this point you're draining yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes a delusional friend can be draining when you realize that they are wrong, but at this point, sometimes as grown adults, you have to just listen and don't judge.
I'm always judging.
I believe it.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I was. I just have to.
We listen and we don't judge. Shan.
Back to what you were asking about. How do you know when to help them? I think to have a delusional friend in a good way, you have to know when the problem is above you.
Example,
Um,
because I hear what you're saying and I absolutely agree.
you
But give
have
an
to
example.
know when, okay, I understand that you're a little ticky ticky, you're a little cray cray, but this is a little crazy to the left where now I have to call your mom or your dad to let them know, to let them be aware. Then they might hate you for that, or they might be like, ugh, you called my mom, you told my mom, look, yeah, sure did. Because you're not gonna leave this earth and let that sit on my conscience. Um, level two, if they're at an age where you don't call their parents on them, you got to know when. Okay, so this is the thing with your husband, or this is the thing with your wife.
Okay.
Where they might hate you for that, they might, but it's like they drank to a point last night where I saw this. They were on shrooms or pills the other night, and I saw this. 2 seconds later, if I didn't get there in time, this would have happened.
Mm.
Um, when I went to the house, you told me that they haven't had such and such in a while. I found 2 bottles in such and such place. They have a stash. I
Mm.
don't know how y'all live in the same house and you don't know that they got a stash, but they got a stash. I'm
Yeah,
just
but Shan will be the person that finds it. She will be. She will be. She go in crevices,
I
but she
got a mother that used to try to hide candy from me in the same spot every time.
Not when you try, not the
It's
same
not working.
spot.
Mom, I see it. It's just not working. Um, which helped me get to a point where I'm just like, why would I steal when I could just tell you I'm taking it? Thank you, Jennifer. Um,
Shout out to you, Jen.
don't offer time or help in the life you live if you cannot afford it to a delusional friend.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's where draining comes in, and you providing
I need to
things
say
more
that
energy that
again.
you can.
Do not offer time or help in this life, in the life you have, if you cannot afford it to a delusional friend. Because
Well,
they will take you up on that offer. They will blow your phone up. They will blame you for the fact they couldn't get from point A to point B because you said if they need X, Y, and Z to call you, you didn't answer. They will expect you to leave your meeting to come do this.
mm,
They take your word to heart. Um, most people put the person that they can lean on the most in the most legal positions. I'm in such and such. I forgot to tell you, can you go pick my son up from school? Girl, I live 2 hours away from you. Why would you put me on that list and not tell me?
and I still got work and I got kids. Like I don't know how you thought.
I'm just like, don't offer if you don't really want to help, which is like why I don't offer if I'm not willing for that person to call me.
And that's where I feel like I get a little delusional because I tend to offer, realizing that I didn't want to do it, but it's just
Yeah.
this like automatic switch of just like, do you want me to? And I'm just like, I really don't. I don't want
Like
to.
I'm what people love or hate me for being the friend. Girl, don't tell me you moving because I'm gonna say, let me know because I love to pack. I love to label. I love to unpack. I love to break down boxes. I love to put them on the truck. I can't drive the truck. But I've packed up houses, 3 bedroom plus houses in 4 hours
Yo, call Shan, cause don't call
and loaded
me.
it on the truck. Like,
If I'm doing this because I really love you and I don't want to do it. Like
yes,
Shan loves this. Like if you had to choose between me or Shan, call Shan first.
yes.
It's not, I
If
might
you got
offer, but I don't really want to
if
do
you
it.
know you ordering a new bed, you gotta pay to put it together. I put it together.
Yeah, no, she got it. Not me. I watch you put it together. I will even support it. I'm like, you got it. You can do this.
Most of my
Look at
friends, when they're
you.
getting like a new table or thinking about getting a new shelf, they'll call me like, "Come look at this table. What do you think about this? You think this fit in the living room?"
AKA, you think you can set it up in the living room?
Look, before they purchase it, will you come over and help me put this such a thing together? Help me put it together means Chantal, you're gonna be putting together by yourself.
Yes, yes. And
And
she's
that's fine.
excited about it.
And that's fine because I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, no, not me. So just know that the difference between the friends that you have. I will help you. I
Mm-hmm.
will always show up for you. But I am not the, you see how excited that she got for packing up
Yeah.
a 4+ bedroom house?
I put
I'm not.
I put so many beds together, bunk beds together by myself.
Mm-mm.
I
I've
took
watched
them
it happen
apart.
though.
Um,
I'm a good support system.
I love it.
No, well, now you know, like if you want somebody to do the work, call Shannon. If you want somebody to remind you how good you doing the work, call me.
What
I'm
I
here for
don't love is last minute shit, unprepared shit.
Yes, you need things to be scheduled appropriately. I understand that. That's her personality.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Catch me when you get me, girl.
But
You catch me, you got me.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a delusional friend. Sometimes you need a delusional friend for motivation. Sometimes you need a delusional friend when you think life is horrible to remind you what you have to look forward to.
Yes, I
Your new
believe in
order,
you. I'm
where
telling
you
you,
at, what's the
go be great.
sometimes
I'm
you,
low key the delusional.
yeah, you have to have that delusional friend that's just like,
You don't get through this.
oh no, your car blew up, but I'm going on this family trip to VA. You want to ride? You gotta pay for nothing. I got the hotel, everything. You just come. Needed it.
See, that's not delusional. I think that's like I'm looking out for you. Delusional is just like the car blew up and you losing an arm. You're like, girl, you still could drive tomorrow. Girl, you got it. We about
Yeah,
to go to Virginia.
they're a high level of optimistic that sometimes in your dark times you can't see.
I understand. And by all means, like I'm going through different phases in my life, but that's why I was like, I can sprinkle a little delusional for me because I see greatness even in the lowest or weakest or even darkest of places for people because I feel like sometimes people need to be reminded who they are. But I'm also at the point where delusional has to have a line because I don't want to see my friend being in something that's so toxic that I am encouraging or telling her that it's okay when I know that it's not.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's where I kind of draw the line.
Oh yeah. Um Sometimes I get in those delusional areas where I'm just like, I'm quitting next week. And they be like, no, don't do it. Here's 5 videos of why you should have quit right now.
I'm screaming, not 5 videos. Shout out to your friend group. Just shout out to your friend group.
What are you gonna
Cause
do
you,
if this happens, Shan? Um, how much money do you have to decide if you quit, Shan? This is not the market for you to be quitting shit. And I know that
it's
I have like this feeling, this defiant flame in me where like when I get into my like mode, it is so hard to pull me out of that. And I I have this thing about me where what was I about to say? It is so hard to get me out of my mindset sometimes where your only option is to let me be. And then eventually I'll get out that mode by myself.
I respect that I have those moments too. And I think that the people that really care about you and want to be in your life will allow you to have those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. My list is done. We went through everything. There's things that you touched on that I don't have no more on my list. But if there's anything that you have, you let me know.
Um, and I think if you ask some of my friends, they'll say I'm the delusional friend because I'll just do some shit on a Tuesday just because. Like you want to go skydiving on Saturday? No, Shan. Why would you think of that? I'm going.
I would have went with you. So then call me delusional too, because I'd be like, that sounds like a great time. I
Yeah.
want to do that.
Um. Like if I didn't have kids, I'd be so risky in life. But I'm always kind of like thinking about them before I do certain things. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Sometimes the worst thing a person could let me do is have time to think. If you piss me off and you think I'm gonna drag this out and give her time to think, you are throwing gasoline on yourself, and by the time you talk to me, you gonna light a match.
I'm screaming. I believe that 100. I've seen that in real
The
time.
worst thing you can do is give me time to think.
So I need to just kind of get you the answer like on the spot.
Get me the answer on the spot, or if you piss me off, you better come correct as soon as you possible.
I respect that.
Because once I have time to think, I have created a longer list of cons about you than
And
the.
removing you from my life. Yes.
So it's way easier for me to be like, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that. I just think I need to calm down. Because if I do, like for me, if I respond like in the immediate time, I probably won't have as much friends that I have. Because I'll just be like, fuck it. Then don't talk to me. I
This
don't
is the
know.
thing too that I think people don't understand. As you get older, your friend group has to get smaller so you can all provide more value.
I respect that.
You do not want to get older and then have this huge group of friends who are looking for you to be the light. You do not want to get older and your body's getting older and you're losing people and everybody's looking at you to be in a good mood. You just lost your parent. You just lost this.
Damn.
The job randomly changed.
Well,
I cannot be the party person Saturday because I feel like shit.
talk to people in the back,
And you
Shannon.
have a small group. Be
Mm.
like, oh, 5 people are gonna pop up over my house. No, I'm fucking depressed and cook food and kiki and play music. I can handle those 5 people because I know how to show up for those 5 people. I've
Right.
spent time learning those 5 people. You do not want a large group of friends that spread you thin.
Mm.
You want to have a smaller group of friends as you get older that build you up. And then you do the same thing for them. And so y'all are all growing at a certain pace, no matter where you at. You could be the friend with no kids. This other person could be the friend with 3 kids. This other person over here could be the married couple with no kids. But y'all individually know like the pros and cons of each other's lives. But nobody's hating on nobody because nobody's life is the fucking same.
Right. Ooh. As Shannon's on the pulpit.
So yeah, I love
Nice.
a small group of friends.
I don't mind that actually either because I feel like those are the spaces where I can really be honest with myself and be honest with them without worrying about me having 30, 40 friends and there's somebody that's like preying on my downfall and I have no idea. So
Yeah.
the smaller it is, the more you're able to have discernment and be able to trust the spaces that you're in. But that's not for everybody. Maybe everybody needs friends. But for me, I'm good with the smaller group for sure.
Like you know how people go to like they have like their niche. They just like they're having a seminar with all types of people that love that thing that you love. In my mind, that sounds like a fucking disaster.
I'm
All
screaming.
these fucking people that don't know me that have to tell them what my favorite color is. No, put me around my small group. These people that know, like, she ain't got that. Oh, I'm good at this thing. Let me put this person over here. I large groups of people wanting to be involved in your everything, wanting to know your everything. It sounds too much like being a celebrity. And I have always said, like, if I get to the point of life to be wealthy, I would rather take the wealth over the popularity.
I
Just
respect that. Me too.
yeah, just because I want to be able to go in weird places and people not know me.
Right.
I want my kids to have normal lives where they can go away and they'd be like, oh, that's such and such's kid. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I want a certain level of personal space. And I feel like when you're a celebrity and you have that fame, you don't get that.
I respect that. And I feel like there's too many people watching you and criticizing you that is just like if you are like so in tuned into what your audience says that it can definitely be a detriment to you and your family with people that you don't even know.
Yeah. But anywho, I got a dear friend.
Okay. Where we at?
All right. Dear friend, the Lord won't take you to step 4 if you can't surpass step 1.
Mm.
Um, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I get really annoyed when people are quick to be happy and have praise for whoever they believe in when things are going good. And then when things are going bad, they mad at the same person they praise when things are going good. You can't do that.
That.
I think a lot
Okay.
of times you got to look at was not going to be a possibility that you thought that was. Um, as where's the lesson in it? What did this prevent me from? What are my new possibilities?
I love that.
Um, but I'm not gonna be like, you can't be mad. You can be mad, but don't be mad at someone who has blessed you 1,000 times over.
Yes. And the one time they say no, it means like they never said yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is it no? Is it no to keep you safer? Is
Right.
it no to keep you healthier?
Hey. Yeah.
No to save your time?
Yeah, Pastor Shane. Well,
Is it no to save your life?
mm.
Is it no to save your sanity? Is it no to make sure you don't have syphilis?
Or it's no that I just today is just not my day. And
Yeah,
today I sorry I can't do for you what you want, but today I need to think about me.
yeah. And I often say, I know sometimes Lord, God is tired of me.
No, you're not. He just getting started with you, girl.
Oh my God.
I cannot wait. Like, I'm just so blessed to have you in my life.
Told you no.
So my dear friend is it's okay to be a little bit delusional. I think that there are times where you need to have a mindset to keep you from the darkness in order for you to be okay. But there is also a level where you need to have discernment where doesn't become toxic and it doesn't affect you or the people that are around you. So sprinkle your delusional. Delulu is not always a negative thing until it becomes a negative thing. And sometimes you have to fake it till you make it because sometimes you don't always want to feel like this great person, but you have greatness in you. But if you believe it, even if you're not it, sometimes it allows you to just take a step in it. So it's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay.
Another thing I wanted to say earlier is sometimes the delusional person is a great mate with the person who's very logical. Now kind of balance each other out.
I want to say yes and no, or y'all gonna have a little bit of arguments, but eventually y'all find compromise.
That's the other side of that too, because
Yes.
um I had an ex where we got along all the time on every level. But the one thing that I knew they couldn't fulfill is their empathy level
Mm.
to see other people's point of view in their life and their decisions versus theirs. And the fact that their level of hope mixed with my level of creativity and their level of logic would give them anxiety.
Ah,
I said to myself, I said, the way that I believe in myself and the way that I am willing to take risk on the things that I want in this life is going to stress you the fuck out, and I'm not going to do that to you.
mm.
And most people will see people who are down for them like that and know the stress that they're causing this person and use it and just like fuck you. You love me so much. You want to deal with this. I'm gonna stress you the fuck out.
Right.
I can't do that.
I love that for you. But sometimes you have to let people make their decisions for themselves and not you don't take away the opportunity of although you believe that this is what they're in, sometimes people will surprise you. But I do respect the idea that you realize like I know this person enough to know that you're not ready for what I have
Yeah.
and you're ready to walk away. But let somebody be able to say that to you because you may believe that, but there could be something that you have tapped into them to be like, you know what? I want it enough to take a step back and be like, I want that too. I might need that. Like the balance of someone being logical and someone being delulu. Like, I might be so logical that maybe I do need this idea of being able to know that I can be a billionaire and someone believes that in me too.
To
And
an
it's
extent,
okay.
you gotta know that there's a limit.
Absolutely. I would believe that the logical person would definitely start reeling it in at one point. But I think it would feel good to know that I have someone that will believe in me enough to know that I can do that, even if I don't reach it.
Not only believe in me enough that I can do the things, but not resent me for
Right.
trying to do the things. Because I think
Right.
a lot of people think, oh, I want to be with this person who has always loved football and play football. Now they're professional football player, but they're never home, and resent them for it. Or
Yeah.
or I want to this type of lifestyle. I want to be able to be home with my kids. I want to be able to do this for my kids. I want to be able to have this type of lifestyle for
You
my
become a
kids.
truck driver. Where
You're,
you home?
you're never home.
You never home. That's what I was gonna use because I was like, I totally when I said, well, I was like, I agree with you. And even though it sounded like I was gonna like oppose Shan, I would agree with her because there's certain avenues and careers and lifestyles that you choose that you realize like although you this will get you to the greatness that you believe that you are, but it contradicts everything that you actually want.
Let me tell you something. It took me a long time to get to a point where I'm just like, you know what, Chantel? You need a man that's 30 or 45 minutes away or less.
This is news. Breaking news, okay? To the masses. Put that out. Beep, 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 beep. Tell TMZ. Tell all the articles out there, okay? I
I no longer lives the life of a woman who what's she 2 hours away, 4 hours away. You might as well be in jail. You might as well be pen pals. Like I can't do that with that. I have certain needs that come at certain times. Uh,
wow. I respect that though, but you know what? That's a learning experience that you needed to know that you needed to have.
yeah, and I'm not somebody where you need to be here every day. You need to be in my face.
No, you just need to be close enough that if I did want you or needed you, that I know that you can show
I
up.
can take a shower, cook dinner, and you here.
Yes, and you may not always have to stay. You can go home because you're only 30, 45 minutes away, right?
Okay.
You get I felt that. I don't know if y'all felt that. I almost held on to my seat because I felt them titties.
But if
But
if you further away, it's just like this was a nice conversation.
yes, thank you so much. Next Thursday? Yeah, because yeah.
Whenever you see that I'm online, hey,
Hey. Hi.
it. What's my tweet?
Okay.
There was a tweet that came with like the Jill Scott excited video. And the tweet said, have you ever lived alone? No kids, no roommate, no boyfriend, no pets, just you. At Thrillerilla 369. And I looked at that, I said, nope, but I will one day, and it's going to be the lovely that people talk about.
I'm screaming. I'm gonna say no either because I either had a man or I had a dog. So
Yeah.
then so I'm with that too. I don't know. I feel like it's morbid, but I don't know how life would be without my dog because that's like the one thing that I can realize that good, bad, or indifferent, I could walk outside. I could walk inside. I could leave a room. I could go to the bathroom and come back outside. And she is so excited to see me. You ever like there are times where like I can be like super down, but that she is like the one thing that's like, you're here
Yeah.
and I'm here and I'm so happy to have you here. And it's so fulfilling. And she don't even have words. So I love that. But I'm very no, I'm not curious. You can have that. I want to be with my man. I want to live with my man. I want to have my kids and I want everybody to be great. I want my dog to live forever, to be honest with you. So
But that's something that's not possible.
for
Yeah.
who?
It's
Remember, I got a little delulu. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
just like I think about like the girls are gonna grow up, they're gonna have their own spaces.
Right.
And I'm gonna get to choose what city I want to live in, and I want a loft apartment with big ceilings, a building that looks terrible from the outside,
It looks dope
um,
on the inside. And I already know the vibe.
no soliciting, and I just want to be able to move around.
And I respect that.
But
But I don't have no kids.
I
So
do think that I'll have an animal though.
I do think that you're gonna have like holidays where your kids are gonna like want to come over,
That's
like
fine.
during the Christmas and the Thanksgivings and things like that. So I see that for you,
That's fine.
but I definitely I embrace the idea that being a mother and having to be able to just have your own space because I see how you thrive when you're alone.
I'm gonna be the postcard card mom, where I'm like taking pictures and I'm on postcards, but my pose is like the prison pose.
I, and Bali
Where's your mom? She's in China.
living her best life. Yes. Yes, we only see her on the holidays. Okay. Mine is from Thoughts, and it says, everything that I love, I keep private now.
Ooh, I like that.
And I saw it as even when I thought about the Delulu phase, and I feel like sometimes when you want something great or you're doing great things for yourself, sometimes you're going to keep it quiet, whether it's a person or whether it's a thing or whether it's just something for you. Because when you involve a lot of people in what you got going on, there's all these ideas or opinions and ways that you need to go about things. And sometimes when you just do it the way that you want to do it, whether people would agree with it or not, it probably most of the time, no. Sometimes I don't know. Almost time. I don't know how everybody making their decisions in life. Sometimes it definitely really works out for you for the most part. I'm gonna say most of the time for me, like once I stay quiet and I kind of just focus on the things that I want to do, and I'm able to like at least put my foot in it, and I'm in it, and then I'm able to share. Like it becomes so much greater than what it is than when I'm trying to do something that I haven't done it yet, and I then start hearing doubts or things like that that maybe not always make me a little hesitant on taking the steps to be where I want to be. Or even in relationships. I don't think everybody needs to share everything with their relationships. But
No, but I would say for me, in relationships and friendships, once I get quiet with you,
oh no, it's real. But I also I wanted the caveat to that is the beginning of relationships is different than when you've been with someone for a very long
oh
time.
yeah,
Like marriage or things like that. I don't think that specifically like when you're married that there you should definitely have boundaries and when you're dealing with something you do that and when you're in those phases sometimes when you do talk to your friends they help you see things that you're not able to see, but
mhm.
sometimes there are things that you should just hold close to the chest when you get a little bit more serious because again everybody's in different stages of their lives. You might be talking to the one toxic friend that ain't had no man since 98 and she's like leave that nigga, he didn't
I'm
get
not that friend, but I'm the friend where, girl, if you gonna stay and you gonna stick beside him, don't tell me that fuck shit that he did to you because I'm not gonna like him no more. That is me. That is me.
no, and that's completely correct,
Once my
but
cousin's husband cheated on her while she was pregnant, after she had a miscarriage, I was like, "What? Deported? Yes, God. Yes, God. Look at God, Jesus." Because what?
yes.
What?
Mm-mm-mm.
She's a nice version of a Gemini. What?
There's not a lot of many of them. Like they,
Okay.
I look, Gemini
And
is
I feel like people get on this because we're good when you're good. We're cool if you're cool. But once you fuck up,
not true. So that's why I'm saying when you say the nice side of it, like it's one thing, but like Gemini's from some of the experiences that I have, men and females, is that like we can be cool today and tomorrow you're not feeling me and I don't know why. And now I'm giving your ass to
there's
kiss.
always a reason.
Okay. The
I
thing is
think,
that no one else knows the reason except you.
but I think the maturity level of the person matters. And it got
I
shit
respect
to
that.
do with a Gemini.
I respect
I'm
that.
at an age where if yesterday we was cool and now we not, you ask me what is it? I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't count, Shan.
I do count.
No, you don't count because like you're like the definition of just like one of the most like your work ethic is amazing. You're the way that you show up for your friends and people that you know, like it's amazing. Like there's not a lot of Geminis that do what you do. I know your chart is not just Gemini because
Oh no,
when
I
I'm
have a
telling
Virgo moon.
yeah, no, there's definitely different things that you have about you that for the Geminis that I've experienced, like sometimes they become so draining where it's just like, I want you to be okay. And I don't even know why you mad because we were good yesterday and we're not here. You don't do that. You don't do that. And even if you have a moment, like you don't take it out on anybody else. You don't make anybody feel less than or anything like that. And I'm not saying all Geminis, y'all. So please don't think that I'm like against Geminis, but Shan is a certain breed that literally the mold broke
Let me
when
tell you
they
something. I
moved
could
to
be a
Virgo.
monster for 4 reasons.
I need to. I'm listening. I'm here
For
for it.
one, I need meat.
You need beet.
Meat.
Beet. What is beet?
Meat.
Oh, meat, like
Meat.
MEA, sweet meat. Got it. Yes.
Okay. Number two, I need some money.
Okay, money. Yes. Show
Number
me the
three,
money.
tired.
Okay.
Um, and number four, you did something disrespectful.
Yeah, that's a given though. I respect that. I respect that. But do you see what I'm saying? Like you have reasonings. I'm telling you that the experiences that I've had, there is no reason. It's literally you woke up and you chose violence. You literally were just like, you know what? You know, like that button that they created at Staples was like, that was easy. Like, no, I
Yes.
feel like there's some Gemini's be like, fuck it. Today is the day. I'm just gonna just try niggas today. Like, I want to test your loyalty. And I'm just like, why do you have to do that? I showed up for you yesterday. I've been showing up for you, and today I'm your enemy. Wait, how did that happen? I don't
My
know.
my anger has like a hella high and then it goes.
Yeah, because you work out, you walk, like you learn how to like dissipate some of your frustrations. But like I said, like I've known you for a while, and you are like no other Gemini that I've met, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life because you remind me that there are great Geminis out here because my little sister's a Gemini. I got a friend at work that's a Gemini, and they just it's like I get attitude for no reason. I'm like, what did I do? Like, I don't know. And then like 2 days later, like it wasn't you, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. But why did you give me that energy? Like you
Mhm.
didn't have to. And now I don't want to talk. Now I'm in a space that I don't want to talk. But you're not like that. Like you literally have this thing where if you ever have been in the spaces where you may not feel the greatest, you find ways to work through it, whether it's through your creativity or working out or just cooking something. Like you learn to use that energy in different ways and not to exploit the people around you. Again, everybody, it's not all Geminis, but the ones of experience, they need Jesus.
When I was a kid, I used to be a terrorist when I felt stifled.
I believe it.
Like if I couldn't create or I couldn't do what I wanted to do that I felt like I needed to do at the moment, I'm going in my brother's room. I'm knocking down all his shit.
I'm screaming. And I believe that. But see, again, there's reasoning and it makes sense, but you've grown so much. And again, like that's why I'm like, you're literally the exception to the rule. And I'm so grateful to have you because you know how to take that energy and you use it in places where it benefits you and not drain your spirit or your energy wasting it on other people.
Yeah.
But there's people that I know that got time.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, they got time. They got
I
time.
still have time.
Well, you know what?
My anger after I'm angry is it gets really premeditated.
I love that for you. I will help you hide the body. I'm here for you.
Woo!
I
Yeah, but that's it.
love that for us.
Anything else to add?
I just think no, no. I think that this was a good episode. And oh, well, we're like far fetched. We're like past it, but they're delusional people in leadership too. They shouldn't be leading people.
Yes. All the
And
people using Chat GPT for the resumes. Can I get a ooh? Because y'all are
ooh.
delusional on why y'all are overwhelmed at that job because you didn't really want it. You just wanted to get it so you can have it. That
And
salary
now you
is
can,
good,
yeah.
but you forgot that you don't have kids and it's really not the salary that you thought it was because the taxes is eating that ass.
ATM, ass to mouth.
Okay? Because when you get kids, you get tax credits. Tax
Yes,
credits don't
yes, you
eat
do. And
that
when
up.
you're single, they give you no credit
Okay?
unless you're owning your own business. So you got to figure that out for yourself.
How many years did I have horrible taxes?
I'm screaming. I don't. I'm not counting with you. You can do this by yourself, but I'm here to support you.
I want to say 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. For 12 years, I had shitty taxes.
Then you pop one out, and it was like
Boy,
the closer I
a
get
year
to
where I
you.
think I got 6,500 back. I said, "Oh, are y'all sure?"
The more you make
You
me
sure?
see.
I took my mom.
Yes.
I took my mom and Anya to Puerto Rico for 5 days.
I'm screaming. Yes.
Are you sure? Is this for
No, it's for us. Okay.
me?
You popped me out. I popped her out. We gonna do this as a team.
Yeah, but it was good though.
I love that.
But anywho, thank you guys for listening. Call me when you get off.
Yes. With Shan and Gigi.
Yes, we don't have any voicemails today. But again, this is your Thanksgiving week, your things taken week. If you don't celebrate it, that's cool. If you do, that's cool too. If you can't travel this year because of finances or just work, that's fine. Um, if you're missing somebody, somebody that you're used to seeing for the season, and this is the first time you're not gonna see them, or your third holiday where you're not gonna see them, do your best.
To block them. Continue to block them. There's a reason why. I'm just kidding. There's a reason why they're not in your life and they
It
shouldn't
could be
be.
somebody you could block, or it could be somebody that's in dirt. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So sometimes you, but this is one of those seasons when you want to go backwards.
Hey, big head text come through.
Yeah, you
Can
don't have to
nobody do
do
that
that.
to me because I changed my number.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Now I want everybody know now, like, so that's why she hasn't been responding.
Change my
Wow.
number.
And and I believe that it's been a minute in the fact that she did so.
Yeah. Last time I changed my number, Anya was a baby. That was crazy.
Look what y'all
Hey,
doing to
people,
me.
please. When somebody texts you, be like, "This is my new number." Delete all them old shits.
Mm-mm.
You know how many people still have my number from New York?
Yeah, it's the remnants. It's the conversations. Like you can never
No,
take them back. Like I just need you to know that Shan, like having you as someone that texts or even in a group chat, there's memorable things that you can never be able to recreate unless you're in that group chat. And so it's not very easy to say like, oh, I'm gonna delete this because you got a new number. No, there are memories, there's laughters, there's like, moments
think
that you
about
have put
that
us
connected
in.
to the number, so now it makes sense. Okay, I get it.
Yes, like so that's really what it is. Like you are you are a person that has memorable texts. You don't when you text, it's for a reason.
Okay.
And granted, it might not even be a reason where it's like life changing, but it's either a meme or a video or something that you're never gonna be able to recreate 2 to 3 years later in that moment. So I understand why people will keep Shantex. I'll still keep old Shantex.
I don't keep that text threads, but I do screenshot sweet things
Oh, nice.
that I care about from people. Um, I keep voicemails because I'm scared that one day I'm not gonna be able to hear somebody's voice.
OMG.
Um, and I might delete some pictures, but I'll keep some.
So pretty though. Like I don't see why. Like that's why I'm just like like again, I'm not explaining my group chat, so I'm not gonna do that. But there's just things that Shan shared that I know that it's not gonna come back around
Oh
again.
yeah.
And so it's gonna stay right where I need it to
Oh
be. And
yeah.
I'm gonna keep those.
Oh yeah.
Yes, call me a hoarder of text messages. Yes, I will. I will accept that. I'm
A
okay with
friend that has like a 10-year scroll through of text. I'm just like, girl,
that's deep.
what
That's
ability you
dedication.
got
Well, that also means that numbers hasn't changed, but I could be that person too. If I
the
haven't changed my
receipt,
phone,
the receipt she be pulling up. I'm just like, girl,
do you remember in 2018 when you said,
something's wrong with her. I'm just like, why do you still have this?
well, because no one could tell her she was wrong 'cause she got the receipts.
Man, that's crazy. I don't care that much. If you say I said something, I say okay. If you said I did such and such, I say okay.
You know what? I love that for you.
It's
Not
just
me, because they be having me out here in these streets, and I'm just like, I didn't even cross the street. I wasn't even on the sidewalk. I was actually in my house, so
I can't
I don't
get.
know where you got that from, but
I wish I
go.
wish when you broke it with people, all of your pictures deleted from their phone. I would pay for that service.
I would respect that. I would like that too.
Delete everything.
Like you ain't never get none of these.
I want to be a figment of this person's imagination.
Yes, was she real? Was she there?
It's just this girl in my dream. I think I know her.
Yes, get a what's the conspiracy? The Mandela effect.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did that really happen?
That's
I
some
mean, I
bullshit.
witnessed
Because I know
it.
they be lying. They be swiping the internet and be like, "This logo was never this logo." You
Yeah, nah, yeah. We should have an episode about Mandela effects and the things.
gonna piss me off.
I think okay, and I'm sorry for y'all to keep us here, but side note, that might be an episode. 5 for 5, 10 for 10, maybe 7 7.
Let me tell you, that was a thing, dog.
Yeah,
This girl posted a video on TikTok. I think she went into her grandmother's pantry. She had a box juice from like 1960 something. She couldn't even tell the date on it. She had a can of lemon juice that was not opened. And it's all like the old marketing on it. I'm just like, ooh, it's like a museum in there.
right.
That's like that's crazy. Old people,
Yes, then you go on the internet and be like, that was never there. I don't know what you're talking
the
about.
audacity.
Like, no. And I'm just like, no. I think that might be a bonus episode for y'all. I think we might do a little Mandela effect episode for y'all.
That's fine.
And have y'all little scratch our heads and be like, did that happen?
It did happen.
Was I there?
It did happen. Also, I've been known to have a strong sense of deja vu
I feel that too. Sometimes, not as much lately, but I be having moments of like, this happened to me before.
to the point where they play out in real life. It's not.
Then does that mean that you believe in past lives too?
I don't know if believe in past lives, but um,
How could you relive something if you didn't like if you don't?
no, like it comes to me in a dream and it plays out.
Okay, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but you don't believe that like there's people in your lives and like you meet somebody and this is definitely a new episode, but you meet somebody and like there's so much familiarity in them and it's been like a couple of days and you felt like you've known them or feel like
I
you
feel like
have
that.
this.
I used to feel like that about Ari's dad when I met him.
Oh, well, we saw how that worked out. I mean, but that's okay because past life doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's supposed to work out because they're in your lives. But
I
sometimes, like,
know.
it's reoccurring times where like it's certain lessons that need to be done.
Karmic partners is a thing. Um, no, I've been around people that felt like home to me, but not that. I feel like I knew you in a past life. Um, but I feel like there are real people out here with gifts that they're scared to look into, but they know they have.
I agree.
And some are very quiet about it. Some people know that that happens to me from time to time. It's been at least, I want to say, 4 different times where I dreamt a thing, woke up, and play by play was exactly what it was that I dreamt. I
Wow.
stay silent through it, and I don't interrupt it. Like I don't say turn here instead of here. I go because I feel like deep down is sort of like my duty for whatever reason I'm chosen to have this vision to see it through because if what I'm doing right now is going to stop somebody on the way of where they're going to help me, maybe I was supposed to be this person's pit stop to prevent something that's not supposed to happen.
Mm, yeah.
And who am I?
Isn't it?
Yeah, who am I to interfere into what that is? So I
Right.
shut up through it. And then after it's done, then I tell the person.
Like, do you know I saw you already?
Listen, I told my uncle, um, I told Ari's dad about it. I've told my nephew about it. And I haven't had one in a while, but when it comes, I'm just like, okay, I'll clock
I
in.
love that. Well, clearly you ain't say nothing bad about me because you still in my life. So shout out to that.
It's interesting. Um, but
So
yeah.
let them know how they can find you and how they can find us.
Oh yeah. You're never gonna find Gigi.
We can find me right here, right here, right. Just come find me when you get off of work. When you done doing whatever you need to do, you come in. You'll
Let's
find me.
play. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
find me on chanbepoddin.com, at chanbepoddin on TikTok, IG, and Twitter. Hashtag call me when you get off. We are on Twitter. Um, you know, yeah. I hope you guys had a great November. Enjoy your family this week.
Yes. Or avoid them if you have to.
That too, self-care. December is gonna be whatever it needs to be for you, as long as you allow it to. I am doing a new challenge. If you want to
Hey.
add it to it, let me know. Nike challenge Santa's runners. Okay,
Yeah, she
Nike
out here and running in the
that.
snow, but she in Atlanta. Like it's
Uh,
different when you trying to be on the East Coast trying to run in the snow. It's different, okay?
go to the gym. The only reason why I was gonna look into going running outside tomorrow is because I feel like I'm having a cold and I don't want to be in the gym sick.
Understood. You know what? I respect that because they're nasty in the gym.
Okay, but it looks like it's gonna rain tomorrow. If it doesn't rain in the
It's
morning,
supposed to rain over here too.
yeah, I'm gonna go outside to go run tomorrow. If it doesn't rain,
I'm gonna walk fast in my home, so I'm
most
probably
of
gonna.
the time when I say I'm going running, I'm walking most of the time because my feet hate me.
They love her so much because she
I,
stay walking. She
I
on
have
the
fat feet,
treadmill. She don't run the
so a
block.
lot of times my feet tell me when we're done with the treadmill. Um, but like cardio is like the last thing I do. And I massage my feet twice a day, every day.
I like that. What do you use to massage your feet?
My foot massager until a man comes into my life that loves me.
Hey, you better make sure you get into the middle part too, because at the middle part, that's where it's at. You
Okay?
do a little rub in here. I love that for you. But thanks y'all for tuning into this episode.
Yeah,
And when in doubt, even though you are there for your delusional friends, sometimes just have to say delusional friends and they'll remind you that you're great, even if you slept in all day on a Sunday.
sometimes
There's Monday.
that's needed.
Love y'all. Bye.
Crack your nuts.
And don't be the nutcracker of your friend group.